Hello, folks. I greet you. Welcome to another edition of Journalist Hangout, where gentlemen of the Fourth Estate take on issues thrown up by my country, your country. Welcome. Today on the program, reps considering creation of 32 new states. PDP Disciplinary Committee summons Anyanwu and Otom, and later on we'll share this with you. APC pegs Anambra governorship nomination form at 50 million naira. I'm hanging out with Mayor Akinpelu, the proud Ikorodu boy. I greet you. Good
Thank
evening.
you. My pleasure being here.
Yeah, Mayor, the proud guy from Onwa in Edo State is here, Charles Ideho. Charles, welcome too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The team is ready. I hope you are. Okay, let's go, folks. Let's go, folks. You know, the viewer and indeed the knowledgeable knows that the creation of a state in our country is a tedious process. The four key requirements are population, territory, government, and sovereignty. The House of Reps Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution has proposed the creation of 31 additional states in the country. Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu, who presided over plenary on Thursday, read a letter from the committee containing the proposed states. If approved, the number of states would increase to 67. The issue here is between the propriety or otherwise of the venture, don't you think?
I think those who are agitating for creation of more states are just on a cruise. There is no states that will be created. It's just a cruise. Because the process is so tedious, it's almost impossible to get it done. You may wish to have a state, you may ask your representative
Maybe I know also a local government, creating a local government is even more
that's what I'm saying, it's tedious because what the law says is that before you can create a state, 2/3 of the National Assembly must endorse it.
And 2/3 of the state
all
assemblies.
state assemblies must endorse it. 2/3 of local governments must endorse it. There's no way you can get that done. There's no way you can get that done. So it is like the proverbial camel passing through the eye of the needle. Yeah. So those who are saying it, they are just on a cruise. It's good for them to be able to show something to their people back home that, oh, we are working hard in Abuja. We want to get a new state for you. But they cannot get that state. It's not the only state that I can see that it is possible, even though it will be very difficult, is if the National Assembly decides that for fairness, it is important
Southeast.
for the Southeast to have an additional state so that they can have the 6 that the other geopolitical zone, apart
Even
from
so,
the Northwest, that has 7.
The provisions of the Constitution must come into play.
No, yes, they will still go to that, but in that case, because it is
become national
because it's a national debate, everybody will say, okay, let us get along with this one. But you know, when you want to create, for example, you want to create Ijebu State, for example, and you need 2/3 of everybody. I can guarantee you that a lot of states will not go well along with you because they will say that, why should we create your own state when I have my own state that I want to create? So that's the problem.
Yeah. Charles?
Well,
it will split opinion.
Well, it's a split opinion, but I think I just don't know why we have to be on this street every time they desire to balkanize Nigeria. Other places are looking for how they can strengthen the national unity and all that. I should even be looking at a debate along the line of strengthening the geopolitical zones, reducing the cost of governance by even saying each of the 6 geopolitical, we should even have 3 or maybe 6 representatives from 6, making how many, about 36 of them. So representing each state, you take them to Abuja instead of this 109 that we're having. So we should look at that. And then if you say, okay, you are looking for more states, then we should be looking for abolishing the 3 tiers of government. I just maintain 2. Create those states, but they don't stay, just call them local government. Then those sorts of people are looking for how to become big boys back home in the
Mayor,
state.
you know, I was hoping he was going to talk about a unicameral.
No, I was. That's what I said. I said the House of Rep members that are looking for that should go back to them and be local government chairman, and then we do a unicameral, just having Senate, because Senate is the only one among the two houses that even have representation. Because whether it's Bayelsa that has 8 local government, has 3 representatives. Kano with 44 has 3. So I think for us, it's just self-serving. It's just like in the Bible. Permit to bring Bible. When Jesus fed the people with about 500 loaves of bread, they were asking to make him king, but he said no. It's not as if they wanted the king out of me. They just wanted a bread king.
5 loaves of bread,
yes, and 2 fish. 2 fish.
Yes.
They wanted a bread king, not a savior king. So what you're looking for is that these people, it's not as if they want something for development. They just want to be big boys back home. For instance, even in Ijebu State, they are asking for. Where would the capital be? Would it be in Ijebu Day or in Sagam?
That's no problem. It can be in Ijebu Day.
No, what I'm saying, it's not going to be created by fiat.
Have you created one already?
No, what I'm saying, no, Ijebu State,
no,
that's also part of it.
Be an issue.
No, it might be an issue because if not because Delta State was created by fiat, getting Asaba to be credited for that as a state capital would have been difficult. If not because of the military created by fiat.
Yeah, but
because issue of war is going to be what is going to be willing.
But homogeneous. So
but Ijebu and the Remo, there's also
Remo, yes. But
that's what I'm saying. Would it be in Remo or will it be in Ijebu?
And by the way,
of course it will be in Ijebu.
But that's what you think.
Because the Awujale is the foremost traditional ruler.
It's so as as that mayor, so as as that.
Yeah, of course I know.
But
if you go to Ikorodu, for instance,
Charles Murphy is an Ijebu boy.
I know, mayor, where Ijebu, okay, by virtue of Ikorodu.
No, but do you know Ikorodu is Ijebu?
Of course.
I know. Okay, let's go to your Ikorodu mayor.
Yes.
You want an Ikorodu state.
We don't want an Ikorodu state.
No, I'm just asking.
No, we don't.
For example,
okay.
Please allow me for example.
Okay.
An Ijebu and Ikorodu state, for instance.
Okay.
Will it be Bobo? Will it be... So if people will talk about, oh, no, Ibobo is small, or is it Ojogunyo? There will be also, because you know why it's not created by fiat.
I agree. I agree
so
with that.
Those areas are there. As you said, it's going to be very difficult because, like you said, the House of Assembly, we have to agree. Where I come from, okay, people are asking for, they're asking for Toru Ebe State in Edo State. They want to carve out the just speaking Edo, add it to just speaking, Ilaje speaking in Ondo, and create some very small, how about Lagos, Lagoon State, Victoria Island, Lagos Island, Ikoyi, and the waterside.
You know my own position about this state. Even the states that we have,
I mean, them are viable.
They are not viable. Not only that, for us to move forward as a nation, it is important for us, instead of creating more states, to look at how we are going to dissolve into regions.
Okay, good. Now,
when we have 6 regions, there will be better development.
Exactly.
We saw that in the old West, the old region.
And a healthy competition.
Okay, let me also,
everybody was doing well.
Let me tie my argument to what you said. Now, a lot of people, no matter how much would people try to vilify General Abacha of blessed memory, when Elese Kweme of the blessed memory suggested to him for administrative convenience the division of Nigeria into 6 economic zones, not chief geopolitical zone. Among that, there were 6 economic zones. Now, those areas we're going to be looking at areas that are homogeneous. You have cultural affinity. You have that's why you now have this South-South. For instance, South-South. They came up with what they call Brace States Union. Brace is an acronym for Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Edo, and Delta. Now, they met for the very first Nasaba. Okay, each of these states they are receiving 30 state derivation. So why don't you take 30%, sorry, 55, put them together. You can use to link all the 6 states. Then Southwest also has the Dawn Commission, DAW, and that's the Development General of Western Nigeria. So those were areas where this geopolitical zone can just come together. The East come together, bring resources together, and develop those areas economically. But now it's on sharing. When the president comes from Southwest, the deputy will come from Northeast. The politician just got hold of it and messed it up.
All right. Well, let's help the viewer here. The 36 state structure at the moment were created by fiat.
Yes, by fiat, yes.
Started with retired General Gowon. He created 12.
12 states, yes.
Then came...
Mutamwa created 19, made it 19.
Made it 19.
Yes.
Babangida
made it, first of all, 21.
30, and then
30. Yeah, Abacha made it 36.
Abacha made it 36. So, you know, you could say, you know, they say you can't stop a cat from mousing. So politicians, they politic. So they want to be seen as doing the job.
Yeah, but that's the problem, because you see, at that time, if you look at that, the military, because the military practice a unitary system, and power flows from the top down, it's easy for them to decide in the Supreme Military Council that this is what we want to do. We want to create states, and nobody will stop them.
No National Assembly to,
nobody. But when you immediately you write a constitution and you say these are the provisions of the constitution,
the Supreme Military Council was like the National Assembly.
It was the organ. It's higher than the National Assembly.
I think they call it
because later, during Babangida, they changed it to, when they first started, it was Supreme Military Council. They turned it to FRC. But because the difference in that one is that they have both executive and legislative powers.
Yes.
And
even judiciary, because
they do that through decrees and all that. So they can afford to say this is what we want. Let there be light, and there will be light. Let there be state, and there will be state.
No out of parliament.
Nobody debates. But you can't do that now because what the constitution says is that there are processes that you must follow.
Yeah.
And I can't see how you can achieve that without. I will give an example. During the time they were doing the constitutional provisions, they were trying to ask for independence, financial independence for legislative houses.
Yeah.
But he has to go through this same process. And very a lot of the state House of Assemblies voted against it.
They rejected it.
They rejected it because the governors in those states says, no, you guys should vote. And they did. They voted against their own interests. It is that difficult, not to talk of creating states, because you see, the issue of states is very emotional.
Yeah.
Which is what they are playing.
It's very emotional.
36 plus 31.
No, that is even joke. A lot of states cannot even. Don't forget that when Buhari came in, a lot of states things were so difficult that a lot of states couldn't pay salaries, and he has to give them loan. Remember?
Yes.
A lot of states now still depends on that monthly allocation from Abuja. So when you know that a lot of 36 states have not even been able to pay the 70,000 minimum wage, they've not done that now. And then you want more states. It's just a cruise. They're just wasting their time.
Let us say the idea is to get us talking as we're doing here.
Because 2027 is around the corner.
Yeah.
Don't forget, most of them will be seeking re-election.
Yeah.
So if they don't bring this thing to the front burner, so what are you going to do? So it's like holding a placard telling you they are here.
Yeah.
So in most cases, as I said, they just want bread king and not because they want development.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
I agree.
Because for instance, if you go to some states, there are some politicians right now, they feel they are small fries. But if you create a micro unit for them, suddenly they become
governor now.
They become big boy.
Excellency.
Excellency or governor of Torebe State. Somebody who could not really...
My friend says he does not like the two titles. One, chief,
Doctor, honorable. Okay.
Say when they begin to call you honorable, you are wondering.
That's a scam. When you're not, you know politicians, they have a way of collecting money. Immediately you tell them that you want to run for election, you become honorable.
Oh yeah, exactly. Automatically.
Because people now come to your house and say, "My honorable."
That title is by default.
Yes, and they start calling you like that. So that was the usual thing that is acceptable.
So thank you one more time, National Assembly. You are keeping us talking. And on Journalist Hangout,